Hey everyone, and happy Easter! I'm Miss Erin, and this is Miss Shelby, and we are super excited for what's about to happen. Before we get started, there's only one thing you need to know. This video is for everyone in your family.
So if you're a teenager, this is for you. You too, college students. And if you're a younger kid, get ready. We're about to have some serious fun, and we need you to lead the way. Adults, buckle up. This Easter is one like you've never seen before.
No matter who you are, we want you to know that this is for you. The only way not to have fun is to not participate. So look around. Is anyone in your household missing? If so, hit the pause button and go get them now.
We're getting ready to start in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
All right, listen up. There are only two kinds of people in the world. People who love these things and people like me. I mean, I don't get it. How can you eat something that's so cute but grainy? Anyways, we are going to have an awesome day today. We're going to have so much fun. And whether you decide to dress up because it's Easter or you just want to stay in your PJs, everything's okay.
So you're saying I can wear whatever I want?
Yeah, you can wear whatever you want.
Okay, are you guys ready for a game? For this, you're going to need a laundry basket and some socks. Lots of socks. Clean or dirty, it doesn't matter as long as it has a match. Now, I'm going to have you guys go grab your stuff, pause the video if you need to, and when you come back, I'll explain the rest.
All right, guys, you got your basket and your socks? Great. Now, choose 2 people to play. You'll also need 2 people to be scorekeepers if you've got them. To get started, dump all your socks out on one side of the room. Don't worry, the socks will make their way back to the basket soon. Then, place the basket on the other side of the room. When we say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile, and find the match. Roll the socks together like a ball or an Easter egg, and then toss the sock into the basket on the other side of the room. Easy peasy.
The players with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have a scorekeeper to help you count, you'll have to keep up with the numbers on your own. That means everybody is on the honor system. Parents, I'm looking at you.
Okay, if needed, go ahead and press pause now so you can get everything ready and get everyone into position for the game. I'll wait here. All right, is everybody ready? Great. We're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock. This Easter egg throwdown goes down in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, that was wild. Whoever won gets socks! Just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today. Maybe even one of these guys right here. Or maybe not. I wouldn't want them either.
We really hope you're having fun so far today. We're celebrating because today is Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today, we'll talk about what makes today, maybe more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you.
And make that happen, you have a few options. Pause this video and pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter.
My phone just blew up with texts from people wishing me happy Easter. Thanks guys, that was awesome. Even though we're celebrating a little differently than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies. I mean, that stuff's pretty cool. But it's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me. Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every Easter and it always seems to amaze me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that could go wrong in the world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive.
I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive.
Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to the list of things. You could do something because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss. When you're finished, meet us back here. You said I could wear whatever I wanted.
Okay. Anyways, well, that was awesome. I love conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust him with what's going on in my life right now. I hope that's true for you too. And I hope you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family.
To get you started, here is our last challenge. For this one, you'll need to decide who's the technology genius in your house. Maybe it's your step-parent, an aunt, or an 8th grader. Either way, decide who is that person now. Got it? Awesome.
As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be all dressed up, or you can be in your PJs, or whatever. It's totally normal with smiley faces, or silly faces, or filters that turn your face into a bunny rabbit. No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Then share it on social media, and remember to use the hashtag BCCEaster2020 so that we can all share in your family's cool Easter style.
Maybe now, more than ever, this is the time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope he gives us in Jesus. After all of this, this is what makes Easter so happy.
Now let's all get on our feet and do some worship together.
Day in history, death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. I stand in that place, free at last, meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Happy day, you wash my sins
Thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a fantastic Easter, and we'll see you here next week.